Hello, and welcome to the Dude's Journey podcast. I'm your host, the Reverend Phillip, and today we're just trying to take it easy, man. Want to remind everyone that Dudism is more of a philosophy than a religion. That philosophy is the art of peace, as there is an art of war, so there's also an art of peace, and that's what we try to practice here. Been doing the podcast here for a while now. We're getting close to episode 50. Yeah, only took like 5 fucking years. Jesus Christ. I'm not consistent. The thing is, man, it's just kind of like, I try to do this when I can. I've had a lot more on my plate lately. I'm working on my next novel, and I've been working on a YouTube show with some friends of mine, and so the plate is full. I'm just trying to balance it all out, get the right appropriate amount of time. I'm also trying not to stress the fuck out, because you know how that goes, man. You know how that goes with bad stuff. Because one of the things I did recently is I'm taking this stand-up comedy workshop thing. And as much as I'd like to be a stand-up, it's not really the end goal for me because stand-ups have to travel a lot. It's a tough gig. For the first few years, you're not even getting paid. So it's kind of like a hobby I wouldn't mind doing, but I'm not like, you know. I took a real good hard look at what it took to be a stand-up comedian, and it's tough. And when you're a single father, I can't just take off every fucking weekend, you know. Sorry, kids, I know we were supposed to have some special family time, but I gotta go make some drunk people laugh in a comedy club in Oklahoma. See ya! You know, so my main thing is I want to be a writer, I want to be an author. That's the main thing I want to do. So I take the class because I'm writing for this YouTube show me and my buddies are making. I'm the head writer, and so it's a comedy, and I was like, well, you know, let me take this course, and I'm just going to try and work on my stand-up, not so much my stand-up skills, but my comedy writing skills. Can you write a joke efficiently, effectively? Can you write one that's funny? Because I got to tell you, man, one of the things you have to do in this class is you have to go to open mic nights. They said you don't have to perform necessarily, but you do have to watch one, right? And if you've ever been to an open mic night anywhere, holy Jesus, fucking Christ, it's some of the worst, some of the fucking absolute worst. It's fucking terrible, man. It's fucking hell. Yeah, so I'm just doing, you know, my little thing, just kind of getting it all through. But it's just been tough, man. This has been crazy. Life has been nuts. But, you know, it's a class of 10. It's a good group of people. And the one thing I do like about it is, like, because I took another stand-up, like, class thing. Because I was serious about becoming a stand-up at that time. But the teacher was all about clean comedy. And I'm like, dude, fuck. All right, my dad was a truck driver. I cuss like a fucking truck driver, okay? It's not a sailor, fucking truck driver. We say fuck every other fucking word because it's just a great fucking word. But the thing is that, you know, we're not trying to be fucking offensive or anything. It's just how we fucking talk. It's just how we fucking talk. The blue collar tongue. But this new class teacher is very much like, I'm not going to censor you. You're going to do your own comedy. You're going to do your own thing. But here's the deal. If if you're saying offensive shit just for shock or something, yeah, we're going to stop you, okay? It's got to be funny. You got to make it funny. That's the whole thing. It's got to be funny. And that's always the tough part, you know. Like, there's certain things people think aren't funny. Like, you know, like rape. Rape is not funny. But if I told you I got raped by 10 Oompa Loompas, you'd probably giggle, you know? You'd probably giggle a little, you know? It's like, I went to the wrong chocolate factory. Oh, my God. And while they were having their way with me, they sang a little song, you know. Oompa Loompa Doopa-dee Dum. We're gonna drop a load in your bum. You know, you kind of giggle a little, you know. Yeah, that was the wrong chocolate factory tour I went on, man. They weren't making candy, they were packing fudge. That's a dad joke. I'm a dad, I could say that. It's a dad joke. Whew. Oh, man. So, yeah. I've been dealing with it. I've been going through the changes. It's been fucking tough, man. And I'm just starting to accept the fact, like, okay, I'm going to be single for a while with, like, nobody. And that's okay, man, because had a crazy moment. Crazy shit. So, I'm at the fucking grocery store, right? And I'm, trying to chillax a little bit. And I went over and got myself a couple of books, over at the little book section. Stephen King's got this one, Fairy Tale. I was like, I'll check it out. And just get my stuff at the grocery store. And I don't know why, man. I couldn't tell you why, but I just felt happy. Because I don't have those moments often. I am sad and depressed all the fucking time. For those of you the first time listening, I lost my little brother in 2020, and then I lost my wife in 22. So I'm basically dealing with grief. Grief never goes away. Check out my earlier episodes, my earlier podcast, and you can hear all about it, man. I'm just trying not to cry. It's been tough, man. It's been a tough fucking year. So whenever I have these moments where I just feel happy, I just feel that peace, that kind of carefree, just, thank you. I'm very lucky to have what I have, to be where I am, to be who I am. One of those kind of moments, And it can come rare for some of us. So for me, it's just been tough. And I'm not trying to make a situation into it or anything. It's nothing like that, man. I just, want to make sure, we're all kind of reaching for that goal, isn't it? Just to feel happy and peaceful all the time. We're all just searching for that feeling. And we're working for it, and we're fighting for it, and we're going through hell for it. And the other day at the grocery store, I felt it, and it was really nice. Try to get back to that place, man. Trying to use the teachings of Dudism to kind of help guide me in these dark times. Not to be too hard on myself, to live in the present moment. To try and find my own peace in it all, And yeah, it sucks when you get put in the friend zone all the time and you're getting dumped and stood up and everything. But hey, man, what can you do? Life goes on, man. The world ain't going to stop for me. It's not going to stop for you either. So as we go along on this crazy, wild journey of a ride that we call life, I like to look at different things, different sciences, different philosophies, different religions. I like to look at stuff and then talk to you guys about it. Sometimes I find some interesting things and just kind of want to, hey, check this out, man. Because I could read from the Abide Guide all freaking day long, man. And there's episodes where I will go through lessons, all kinds of lessons. But for right now, man, just going to sit, we're just going to kind of focus on a little something I came across. Now, I don't know if you've had this, but have you been one of those people that notices number patterns? Like license plates and stuff will have like 3 numbers together, or like you'll see your birth date, or for me, it's the number 666. I see that fucking number everywhere, or 669 or 969 or some shit. I'm always seeing fucking 3 6s and shit. It's crazy. And then I've noticed there's a lot of triple numbers. Now, I don't know if it's just the state I'm living in and they just don't do plates well. They're like, all we can do is 6s and 9s. Like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm just saying it's crazy. It's weird. Now, I notice there's other numbers out there. Yes, and I see those numbers, sir. I see them. But these ones keep popping up, and it's weird. Like 22. 22 keeps popping up. Because here's the thing. I lost my wife in 2022. We had just celebrated 22 years of marriage. And my birthday is on the 22nd. Weird, right? Just kind of weird, isn't it? Sure, we could say coincidental, but at 2, I'll say coincidental, but 3? At 3, I'm starting to call the fucking Ghostbusters. So, as I was thinking about this, I'm like, what is this that I'm dealing with here? What is it I'm seeing? Is this, Because there is a psychological condition. I forget the name of it, but it's where you want to see something, so you'll see it. You'll find evidence because you're wanting to see it. But if you don't believe in it, then you'll find reasons not to. That sort of shit. So I'm thinking maybe that's what it is. And I just dismiss it all. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. Nothing at all. So I decided to look this up. So what's up with the numbers and stuff? What's going on? What's happening? So I go and I check it out. And as I'm checking it out, I come across this, numerology. That's what I come across, numerology. I come across this website, right? As numerology, it's like where you add up the numbers in your birth date and they equal one number, and then they show significance in certain numbers and stuff and all this kind of thing. Well, sure enough, the example that they use, and I'm not fucking kidding, the example that they used on this website to explain numerology, adding up a birth date, they used my exact birth date. Weird, right? I mean, it's one thing to where it's like, maybe you're just seeing this, but to go to a website about the subject you're wondering about and that you've been seeing for years suddenly is using your exact birth date to make an example, that's what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? So I go through the website, learn a bunch, and then I come across like, hey, we got this book here. So I went and I got a book, and it's called Numerology, A Beginner's Guide by Joy Woodward. Or is it A Beginner's Guide to Numerology? Or is it Numerology, A Beginner's Guide? Fuck, whatever. Point is, I got a book, okay? Did some reading, all right? Like the old wizards. And as I go through, I started, figuring some stuff on this and getting some information about numerology. Because like I said, all this stuff, I keep seeing these numbers, I keep seeing patterns. What the fuck does this mean? I also found out that the number 22 is actually some kind of power number, and it's for people who are builders or something, I guess it's like Lego, master builders. But 22 is like, if you're born on 11, 22, 33, 44, and so on, it's considered this powerful number. And so you don't typically add it up in numerology or something. It's a whole different process to it, and it has this whole other meaning. So it's like, well, shit. But that also made the book, easier to do. Because if I were to sum up numerology right now to you, I'd kind of say basically that it's like horoscopes for math nerds. I mean, that's pretty much the best way. It's like, instead of just going just by your birth date, we're going to add up your birth date and make it to a significant number, and then take this number and put it in to this codex, and then we're going to process and get your fortune. You know what I'm saying? It's like D&D horoscopes and stuff. But in the book, it states that numerology is a study of the mystical relationship between numbers and numerical patterns. It's a mixture of science, mythology, and philosophy, and is a key to decoding the universe and finding your soul's purpose. Yeah, okay, all right. I'm all down for decoding the universe. It's supposed to help you to tap into your highest potential, right? It's supposed to guide you, right? Just like your horoscopes do. But the one thing they do say is that, hey, this is not a crystal ball. It's not predicting the future. It predicts potential. There's the difference. Okay, so I was like, all right. So at least they're coming off like, hey, we're not here to predict futures or anything. We're just kind of trying to, say a few things, or just like we're trying to use math to predict the kind of person you can be. Yeah, I guess that's a pretty good way to say it. They're trying to make this basically the science of numbers, right? So if you go back to old Pythagoras, Pythagorean theorem dude, he was considered the father of numerology. So before Socrates or Plato, there was this Greek philosopher and mystic known as Pythagoras. I'm probably mispronouncing that. But he pioneered the foundation for mathematics, astrology, astronomy, and physics. And so he believed, in his teachings, he believed that, reality, music, nature, they're in fact, it's all mathematical. It all can be broken down into numbers. Like a fucking nerd. And so he developed this concept that every number, no matter how large or small, can always be reduced to a single digit, which is 1 through 9. And that each reduced digit has a singular cosmic vibration. Okay? Now, So that's it. You got numbers 1 through 9, right? And you've got to work and add up things through there. And then, if you have a number bigger than 9, then you have to add up the numbers and get that, okay? So now, so it has a quote here from Nicholas Tesla that says, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So understanding vibration is the foundation for understanding the positive and negative traits of numbers. Old Pythagoras there, his take on vibration was that every object and person contains a spirit force. So a primal unseen power from which their momentum and action are born. And so they state that basically you're feeling these positive energy and vibrations every day. Like when you have intense chemistry with a person, or a strong feeling to leave a situation where things get bad. I have that. You have the gut feeling, right? I got that shit, okay? Because there's a number of times when I'm like, oh, my gut's telling me to get the fuck out of here. And I did. And then sure enough, like less than an hour later, there was like a shooting. So like, yeah, I get that shit. Intuition, man. You just got to, you feel and guide in your intuition. And so they're really pushing on intuition here. You need to separate your imagination from the ego, so you can get the proper and correct intuition to go and do the right thing. The path that you're supposed to take, sir. Okay. All right, then. Now, so what this goes down into, it's the whole birthday thing, right? So you start with your birthday, and you take all those numbers in your birthday, and you add them up, all right? So let's say your birthday's on the 12th. Well, you add 1 plus 2. That gives you 3. If your birthday's on the 20th, 2 plus 0, that's 2. If your birthday's on the 28th, 2 plus 8, or 1 plus, 2 plus 8, you got 10. And then 10, 1 plus 0, it's 1. Now, if your birthday is on the 11th, the 22nd, or the 29th, then you will not reduce to a single digit. Those are master numbers, okay? Master numbers are a blessing and a burden. Great. So those born with the master numbers are given extra gifts and talents, which come with harder lessons and bigger expectations. Yeah, that explains my fucking life. The obstacles you must overcome are greater than those with birthday numbers through 1 through 9. So for a compatibility perspective, 2 people with master numbers will have an instant understanding of one another on a deep vibrational level. Well, see, there we go. I just need to find another master number, and she'll be my soulmate, and we'll be happy forever. Yeah. Bullshit. All right. Okay. So you get the idea. You have to take this and you have to kind of add up your numbers. So I've done this. I've gone through it. And so there's a couple of things in here. And some of these things I'm just kind of like, what in the motherfuck, right? like the karmic debt. Okay? So if you do this calculation of numbers right, this certain calculation, then you'll get a certain set of numbers. All right, the 4 karmic debt numbers are 13, 14, 16, and 19. Karmic debt can apply to any of the numbers, right? And these are like life lessons, like shit that's coming back to you for some motherfucking reason. You have no idea, but still. But like, for instance, in this one, my karmic debt, I did my numbers, and mine was like 14. So they said, this debt comes from your overindulgence and abuse of pleasure in a past lifetime. Well, what the fuck? Hey, come on, man. I didn't know I was some slothy, gluttonous bitch in a past life. Why the fuck I gotta pay for that shit? I didn't do nothing wrong. This is some bullshit. Yeah, there we go. This number rules addictions. Well, there we go, folks. That's where I'm supposed to be. It's very important to avoid addictive substances and behaviors. Well, check on that. I had friends and family that were alcoholics, and when you see alcoholics up close on a daily basis, holy fucking shit, do you not want to drink? So you may also learn this lesson from a different perspective by deeply loving someone with serious addictions. Your lesson will be moderation. See, man, why do I got to pay a debt for some bullshit I did in a past life? I don't remember that. It's bullshit. All right. The next one here is like the birthday numbers, right? So, like I said, mine's on the 22nd. So what does it say about master number 22? You are a master builder. You see, like Lego. See? Is this where Lego got it, or did they get it from Lego? I don't know. Anyway, many epic firsts have been accomplished by this birthday number. You may be the youngest or first to ever accomplish a major milestone. You think outside the box and have true vision. You are powerful and always have the potential of abusing this power. Your lessons will involve your ego. Okay, so I got to keep the ego in check. Gotcha there. Because all of my shit has been everything I've done, I've failed at. So yeah, okay, yeah, ego's definitely in check there. Accomplish a major milestone. I don't know. I don't think I'm the first person in my family to get a bachelor's degree, but I don't, a college degree, but I don't. I know my older sister got an associate's, and my younger sister did. My older brother, well, he got into corrections, so he's certified in Taekwondo, or I'm sorry, MMA. Think outside the box. Yeah. I guess you go with that. I mean, I'm writing a friggin' romance novel, and Lord knows I'm getting into a dark territory in that one, my friend. But anyway, so like I said, it's very much like horoscopes. You see, take this number. Here's your horoscope. This is supposed to be you. You know. And then they have other numbers, like your life path number, right? It reveals where you find your success, your power, your energy. What's your life path number, right? So I went through, and if I remember correctly, mine was 5. So my life path number is 5. So it means that my life is going to be exciting and an unpredictable ride. Yeah, I hate roller coasters, bitch, so I'm already not liking this. You enjoy adventure, freedom, and travel. No. Freedom, sure. Travel, I mean, here's the thing. I do like to travel. I did travel a lot when I was a kid, but it was just in the United States. I've never been outside the 48 states, man. I never have. I've never had a reason to go outside of it. Most of my friends, they traveled because they had work. Some did for vacation. Some did for, jobs or life or whatever. But yeah, man, it's like, I'm all down. I'm down for a road trip anytime, but I don't know about that. But exciting, I mean, adventure? Yeah, I don't know. I like to write adventures. Yeah, I'll write one. All right, so if you have this life path, you will struggle with various addictions, both your own and those of people you love. Okay, all right, so let me get something straight. I've never been addicted to anything, but yes, I have had family members who have had addictions. Like I said, I've had friends and family who were addicts. I've seen shit up close. It's enough to make you realize, okay, I'm staying away from the alcohol and I'm staying away from the pills. Because, holy shit, I'm like, when you see what it does to people and how it can damage their bodies, it's fucking heartbreaking. And that's how I lost my little brother. I lost him to addiction. So, all right, but let's try to find something happier here. Okay. You are sensual. Well, thank you. And you require a variety and constant stimulation. Isn't that everybody? You struggle with commitment. That's everyone. You are capable of commitment and being faithful. Well, yeah, I was married for 22 friggin' years, so yeah, you'd think so. You should avoid marrying young as it will likely end badly. Well, fuck you, book. What the hell is that shit? I mean, no, here's the thing. I did marry young, and, we struggled, but we were together. We grew in age and love together. But ending badly, I mean, she didn't dump me or divorce me, but she did pass away. So, yeah, I guess that's one way of saying it ended badly. Fuck you, book. All right, let's look at talents. Look at talents I'm supposed to have. Okay, successful in almost anything that holds your interest. No. Oh, my God. In case you didn't know, I wrote a book called Nicholas of Myra about the real Santa Claus, St. Nicholas, okay, the real guy. And I spent over $1,000 on advertising, and I sold 23 books. So, yeah. All right. You're a natural storyteller and excel at motivating and inspiring others. That I'll take a little credit on that one. Yes, I do like to tell stories. I do like to inspire and motivate others. So I'll say yes on that. Most of the time, your jobs are a uniform, such as law enforcement, pilots, or hospitality. Yeah, I can be a pretty good server and bartender. Yeah, I'll give you that. There's always self-employment, so no one can cramp your style. Yeah, I'm self-employed now because I fucking hate having a job. No offense to jobs, just fucking Christ. It's not, it's like Clerks said, okay, that quote in Clerks. This job would be great if it wasn't for the fucking customers. All right, and let me see down here. Your lessons are in hard work, perseverance, and giving credit where credit is due. All right, I feel you on that. Remember to drink enough water. Well, that's easy. I drink like 4 fucking bottles a day. Your need for constant variety and change. Remember to stay grounded. Okay. Some other people that are 5s in the life path are Mick Jagger, Keith Richards, and Willie Nelson. Okay, so hey, Old guys who get high. All right. Yes. I'm on the right path on that one. That's my life path. Going into a big cloud of weed smoke. All right. So let's take a look at some of the master numbers here, because this is what I'm supposed to be. This is the master builder. I turn vision into reality. I have an ethical conduct and responsibility. I look for a high-achieving partner. Someone who's practical and goal-oriented. I believe in others. I share vision and let people contribute. Okay, yeah, I think that's probably more on where I'm at. So, yeah, so maybe the last one wasn't so on the ball. This one seems to be a little more on the ball here. The 22 is capable of extremes and has the potential to use their powers for either good or evil. Well, look at that, folks. Look at that. I'm a superhero. I mean, I technically am, I'm a reverend, so that makes me technically a spiritual guide. But you got to understand, man, I'm a street preacher, okay? Emphasis on the word street, all right? That's pretty much what this is. Capable of extremes, has the potential to use their, okay, I said that part, sorry. This number loves to put their name on things. Okay, yeah, I'm a writer. I like to see my name on the book. Yeah, I'll admit that. Some other famous 22s are, let me see here, Paul McCartney. Sir Paul McCartney. All right, not bad. He's a pretty good Beatle. You know, I liked his stuff with the Beatles more than his solo shit, but whatever. Chris Hemsworth. Oh, fucking Christ. Thor? Really? Yeah, you know, I like Chris Hemsworth, but I don't like his comedy. He's not that funny. I mean, he can do like a little bit kind of joke here and there, being Thor or the big guy or whatever, but like, I don't know if you guys saw friggin' Ghostbusters Answer the Call, the all-female reboot that they did. Oh, Jesus. He kills the movie. Like, his jokes are so bad, you remind yourself that you're watching a movie. It's fucking, ugh. Don't like it. Don't like it. All right, so there were some things about me, and some things probably not about me. All right. Now the next thing they do in this is you take your name and you break it down, right? So once again, you can only do it numbers 1 through 9. So they've written out the alphabet. They wrote the numbers 1 through 9 at the top, and then they did the alphabet. So it goes A to I, and then it skips down J to R, and then S to Z. So the number has to be within this. And I went ahead and I did my little letter number calculator here so I could find what is known as my destiny number. It's my destiny. So they say. And like I said, because I have the 22, I don't really have to do any math. I just have to go to the section master number 22 and I just read that. So, which is good because I'm terrible at math, as you so recently heard. But, okay, so you've been aware of the bigger picture from a young age, and you always dream big. Okay. Now, this has got to be everybody. I'm not the only person who grew up as a kid with big dreams, and yes, I still have those big dreams. I keep, seeing that I'm going to, have this big success, and that's the thing that's been tough, is every time I do stuff and put it out there and it doesn't succeed, I'm like, what did I do wrong? Because I had this whole vision and this whole thing set, and it didn't work, which is why I know the secret doesn't work, because I fucking used it and it doesn't fucking work. So like literally, I just don't understand like what's going on, and I think it's funny because it's like this contradiction in life. It's like you're supposed to dream big and have this constant, unwavering faith that everything is going to work out and everything is going to happen and all the dreams are going to come true, and then when it doesn't fucking happen. And I'm not talking like 6 months. I'm talking decades, bitches. Decades of believing that it's going to work out, and then it fucking doesn't. And it's like, what the fuck? Yeah, that's been my life. It just doesn't. And then you have the contradiction of just like, well, don't beat yourself up about it, And I'm like, how can I not? I built it up. I thought this was going to happen. I thought it was a sure thing. So what you're supposed to do, right, when you use the fucking secret, isn't that what you're supposed to do? So, yeah, so I'm one of the naysayers and skeptics on some of this stuff because, like I said, I've used it and the shit just did not work. And so, I mean, here I am. I'm still struggling. I've been doing the podcast for years. They still don't say I make enough to get any money from the ads on it. I've got a YouTube channel. I've had it for years. Nothing there. I got videos with thousands of views. Doesn't matter. You don't have enough subscribers. You don't have enough viewers. You don't have enough shorts. And TikTok, I had one video that fucking blew up, and I got over 1,000. So they said you can monetize, but it's not. I'm posting other videos, and I'm not getting the same views like I did from that last one. So it's been this crapshoot of like, you have no idea which video is going to blow up, so you just keep posting until something happens. But if you don't post every fucking day, you start getting down to the bottom of the barrel, and that's the problem. Is I don't post every day because I got other shit to do, and I'm not always camera ready because I'm fugly. But anyway, so my master number here from my life path here is that other than the big picture, you want to leave a mark on the world. You will achieve big things, and you will always use your powers for good. Well, all right then. That's nice. That's nice. Can't wait for that shit to happen, but what the fuck ever. And then they do other things. They do like the soul number here, okay? Your heart's desire. You take the vowels, just the vowels, and you add those up, okay? And that gets you your soul number. And your personality number is the consonants, okay? You add those up, all right? So you got the soul consonants here. Now, once again, I'm 22, so going straight to the 22 here. And as far as my soul and personality goes, my relationships, I am a straight shooter, okay? What is it? I'm capable of romance, but that romantic gesture or dinner that you planned or executed perfectly, you prefer giving and receiving practical gifts rather than whimsical ones. That's true. Yeah, when I plan things, romantic dinners, I try to get it all just right and perfect. The best quality is that you are dependable and you will build a well-ordered life. Still working on that. It's just, I just don't have enough shelves. I have the books, but no shelves. I need more shelves. It's the shelves problem. But anyway, I will have the desire to leave a legacy. Well, I know, but like I said, isn't that everybody? Sometimes when I hit these things, I'm like, this sounds like fucking everyone. Not so much just me, but just fucking everyone. Yeah. So there we have it. There we are. Practical appearance, respectable, reliable, trustworthy, responsible, but can be egotistical. So yeah, gotta watch for that ego. Gotta watch for that ego. Now, another thing in karmic lessons. I don't like karmic lessons because it's some bullshit. I gotta make up for some shit I did in another life that I have no memory of. Fuck you. But they said another way to find karmic lessons, other than the one I described earlier, is that what letters are missing from your name. So if A, J, or S is missing from your name, then you will learn how to stand up for yourself and promote yourself. Your lesson will be independence, taking initiative. Okay, guilty. But once again, isn't that everybody? If you're missing, because like I said, I just did myself. You're going to have to do your own. D, M, and V, you will struggle to stay organized. There it is. Okay, that one, yeah. As we're talking right now, my bathroom is in total shambles because I'm still remodeling it. I have a stack of comics sitting right in front of me, comics and books that I've been meaning to read but have not read, and they've been sitting here and they need to be organized. And yeah, I also have a green screen. I don't know why I have a green screen, but I bought a green screen. I have a fucking green screen here. I have no idea why. Yeah, so I could use a little more organization in that. And then this goes through other things like maturity numbers, attitude numbers and stuff, months, cycles, you got to create a birth chart where it's like kind of like Sudoku, but it's with your birth date. And if you don't have like so many in a row, then that means, like for me, because I have a certain row that's missing, they'll say, well, you'll have doubt or lack of spirituality. Well, I mean, I'm a person, as far as spirituality goes, it all depends on your kind of definition there on it. I mean, am I religious? No. Do I think there's a God? Yeah, I think it's totally possible. I think, or what something, might call God, like all the positive energy in the universe, right? Or whatever it is, if you're scientific. So, opens possibilities, open-minded there to it. Another row that was empty, it says that in my Sudoku chart, I know that's what it's called, but that's what it fucking looks like. It's 3x3 grid, right? It's a 3x3 grid. And so it's 9 squares, and you write the numbers 1 through fucking 9 in it, and then you take out the numbers that are not in your birth date. And when you do that to me, I only have like 4 numbers. So There's like 5 empty spaces sitting here. So another one, they said, you'll have disappointments, setbacks, resistance to change, challenges, and indecisiveness. Yeah, okay, so I'll agree with you on that. I'll agree with you on that one, okay? But once again, I think that, isn't that everybody in some cases? That's where I'm always kind of looking at things. But this goes into deeper stuff, and then it goes into, zodiac signs and all that, and working with the planets and the moon, and it goes into deeper, even like tarot stuff. So if you want to get more, if what I've talked about has interested you, or you're thinking, hey, this is something I might like, well, go ahead and get A Beginner's Guide to Numerology by Joy Woodward, and it can help you kind of get started in that realm. Like I said, I'm very skeptical about these things. I'm a skeptic in these things because if you want to prove something, you need scientific evidence. You need data. You need proof. And when this thing doesn't really have proof, it's just like you're playing with numbers. It's one of those things where, like, you can take a code breaking thing and apply it to damn near any book and find quote unquote secret passages. And so it's all bullshit. I'm sorry, but they've proven it. They've proven it that the horoscopes and everything, it's all bullshit, okay? No, it's not because Mercury isn't retrograde. It's because you're a bitch, Karen, okay? That's why. Okay, that's why, all right? Accept responsibility. But I'm also an open-minded person enough to think, hey, maybe there is something here. Who knows? There's a couple things here they hit on the dot for me, but I didn't want to go too deep down this rabbit hole. I went deep enough. I didn't want to go too deep. But the other thing, like I said, how I told you I always see the number 666, right? So we think of Satan and the devil for that, right? Well, turns out it's like an angel number. It has a totally different meaning than what people think. It's actually supposed to be a number of good luck, but because it was associated with this guy, what was his name? Nero or something? I'll have to, find more information there on that. But because it's from the book of Revelations that, the number 666 is included in these various things as the number of the beast, number of a man, right? And it was supposed to be a secret code for Emperor Nero. Nero? I don't know if I can pronounce these names. But he persecuted Christians severely in the early days. And so that's why that number was associated, because that was like his number or some shit. But supposedly in Revelations 13:18, the number 666 appears as understanding that it's the number that's supposed to represent basically the devil or the Antichrist. It's become associated in that way. But when I was actually like digging into it, it was like, no, it's actually an angel number. That's the crazy thing. It's a call to rebalance your life, to focus on your spiritual needs rather than material concerns, and nurture positive thoughts and relationships. And so I'm seeing this number fucking everywhere, and I'm like, wait, so is that what it means? I gotta, get into a higher message there or something? Get to a higher self? I don't know, it's like, is it understanding that, yes, I am fucking miserable beyond repair? But yeah, so it's one of these things, man. It's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Does all this mean anything? Is it all just a hoax and a hooks and, who knows? I don't know, man. I don't know. But maybe you do. So let's take 5 minutes now. Let's just take 5 minutes to contemplate on this, to think about this. Maybe these numbers mean something to you. Maybe you've seen some numbers and you're trying to find a meaning to it. Is there some hidden message? Is there a call from the great beyond trying to tell you something? Well, let's think about that. We'll go ahead and we'll start that 5 minutes right now. All right, we're back. All right, well, I hope that this little dive into numerology gave you some insight. Maybe to answer some questions for you, or maybe you got more questions and you want to dive a little deeper. Feel free to, my friends, because that's the thing about Dudism. We're open to everybody and everything. And we're all understanding on different philosophies, religious beliefs. It's all cool, man. It's all good. You know, just don't be an asshole. It's pretty simple, man. But when you go out there and you're looking into this, or just trying to find your way in this world, whichever way you use, just remember to try and take it easy. because when you take it easy, the dude abides. Thanks for listening, folks. I'm Reverend Phillip. Hope to see you next time.
From author Reverend Phillip K. comes your next must-read book, Nicholas of Myra, a novel available on Amazon. In Nicholas of Myra, a novel, immerse yourself in the life of the man we all know as Santa Claus. From the loss of his parents to being raised on a farm by his uncle, Nicholas's early life was marked by challenges. His journey led him to the Christian temple in Myra, where he became bishop in a time when Christianity was forbidden in the Roman Empire. Experience Nicholas's profound strength as he faces arrest, persecution, and the unimaginable loss of his loved ones. Despite being tortured and imprisoned, his unshakable faith and his message of love, compassion, and generosity shine as a beacon through the darkness. Nicholas of Myra, a novel, is a journey through history, revealing the roots of Christmas and its traditions. It's a story of faith that endures against all odds. Available in Kindle, paperback, and Kindle Unlimited. Nicholas of Myra, a novel from author Reverend Phillip K. Order your copy right now and discover the story of a lifetime.